G'day everyone, it's Mitch McMaster, the Geelong and Ballaroo facilitator for Fishcare Victoria. Today we're talking the bare essentials to get you out there and going fishing. Now, it's pretty simple, and what we're going to talk about is going to get you out there for 90% of the situations that you're likely to encounter when you actually get on the water for the first time. So, pretty simply, we'll start with our fishing rod. So I recommend a 2 to 4 kilo or 3 to 6 kilo fishing rod, a 2 to 3,000 size reel with anywhere from 6 to 12 pound filament line. Now it is that simple, and you can get that from any major retailer around you. When it comes to buying your gear, you don't need the most expensive stuff. Some really cheap gear is actually really good nowadays and will get you through for a lot of fishing scenarios, even in the best cases. When it comes to hooks, I'd recommend somewhere in the sizes between a 1 and a size 6 are going to get you through for most species of fish that you're likely to encounter on those first couple of trips. As far as swivels go, I think it doesn't really matter too much on the size of those, and sort of similar with sinkers. It's nice to have a range of sinkers, but if you have to only take 1 or 2 out there, I'd recommend size 1 sinkers in both ball and bean sinkers, because the good thing about those is you can add more if you need them. There are a few things that I wouldn't be leaving the house without when I go fishing. That being a nice pair of scissors for cutting all your knot tag ends back. Definitely be taking a pair of scissors with you. I'd also recommend thoroughly taking a long nose pair of pliers. You might catch a fish and you might need to take the hook out with a pair of pliers because it might be just too far down their mouth. I would recommend a pair of pliers. They also come in handy for a lot of other things. And lastly, I definitely recommend taking an old towel with you. These are great for wetting, to clean your hands, but they're also great for holding fish. They protect the fish's slime coat, but they also protect us from the spines of fish. So take a towel with you, wet it up, they're really handy. Now, if you can, I definitely recommend taking a spare spool of line. Something that matches what you already have on your reel is a really good place to start. These are good for tying new rigs for when you lose one, or just if you have to retie it. I definitely recommend taking a spare spool of line with you. And also, last but not least, I'd be taking a net. So a net like this one, this is a knotless net. They're really safe for landing fish. So they're really good for protecting the fish, but they also are going to help you land that fish of the day, possibly even that fish of a lifetime. If you can, I'd definitely be taking a net with you too. And a couple of tips to help you get the most out of that first time going fishing. Firstly, try and keep it really simple. A simple rig like a running sinker rig is fantastic for that first time going out there and going fishing. It might not be perfect, but it will be really good for most applications. When it comes to your running sinker rig, keep it simple. If there's a lot of current and a lot of wind, add some more weight. If there's not a lot of current and there's not a lot of wind, try and take some weight away. It's going to help catch more fish. When it comes to your bait selection and your hook selection, try and match those two together. If you're using a really small bait, you don't need a massive hook, so try and match your hook to the size of the bait that you're using. Also, I thoroughly recommend before you go fishing to learn how to tie a knot, learn how to tie it quickly, and learn how to tie it well. Simply put, I'd recommend a locked half blood knot. They're very simple, and you'll be able to tie them right, and you'll be able to tie them quickly every single time. Now the last thing that I would recommend, head down to your local tackle store, ask for a bit of advice. They'll be able to tell you where the fish are biting, what fish you're most likely to catch, the hooks that you'll need, the bait that you'll need to catch them. They're just going to make sure that you have the best chance when you're going out there and going fishing. If you like this, share, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you'd like to see in future videos. Until then, we'll catch you next time.